You were the child who never gave anyone a hard time. You didn't throw the tantrums. You didn't slam the doors. While other kids were falling apart, you were the one holding it together. Quiet, agreeable, easy, and everyone loved you for it. Such a good kid, they said, so mature for your age. You wore those words like a medal, but nobody ever asked why you were so easy. Nobody wondered how a child learns to need so little. And now, years later, you lie awake replaying a conversation from 3 days ago, wondering if you said the wrong thing. You read into every pause, every text, every look, and you can't figure out why your mind refuses to rest. Here's the truth. No one told you. The easy child and the exhausted overthinker are the same person. They always were. And by the end of this, you're going to understand exactly how one became the other. Let me tell you about a girl. We'll call her Anna. Anna was 7 when she learned to read a room. She'd walk through the front door after school, and before she even took off her shoes, she already knew. She knew from the sound of the dishes whether her mother was okay. She knew from the silence whether her father had had a bad day. She knew which version of the house she was walking into and which version of herself she needed to become. So she got quiet. She got helpful. She learned that if she kept her needs small enough, she could keep the peace. She became the child who asked for nothing because asking felt dangerous. Wanting felt like a risk. And it worked. The house stayed calm. The adults stayed happy. Anna became the easy one. But something was happening underneath that no one could see. While the adults were relieved, Anna's mind was working overtime, constantly scanning, constantly predicting, constantly asking one exhausting question. What does everyone around me need right now, so nothing goes wrong? She wasn't calm. She was calculating, and that little machine she built to survive her childhood, it never turned off. Here's what actually happened to you in the simplest way I can explain it. A child has one job, to feel safe, and a child feels safe when the adults around them are steady, predictable, and emotionally available. When that safety is there, the child relaxes. They cry when they're sad. They ask for what they want. They make mistakes without fear. They get to just be a kid. But when that safety is missing, even quietly, even in a home where nobody was cruel, the child's brain does something remarkable. It adapts. It decides, I can't rely on them to keep things stable, so I'll do it myself. And the way a small child does that is by becoming hyper-aware of everyone else. You started watching faces, reading tones, anticipating moods before they arrived. You learned to sense a shift in the air before anyone said a word. That wasn't a personality trait. That was a survival skill, and that skill has a name in adulthood. We call it overthinking. So here's the part I want you to sit with for a second. Your overthinking was never a flaw. It was a gift you gave a family that needed you to be okay. You were a child managing the emotional weather of people twice your size, and you did it so well that nobody noticed you were doing it at all, including you. Pause on that. Really, the thing you hate most about yourself, the racing mind, the second-guessing, the inability to let things go, was once the thing that kept you safe. You didn't develop it because something is wrong with you. You developed it because you were paying attention when you were too young to have to. But here's where it gets painful. The strategy that saved you as a child is quietly costing you as an adult, because that radar never switched off. So now, in a normal conversation with someone who genuinely likes you, part of you is still scanning, still checking. Did I upset them? Was that too much? Are they pulling away? You're reading danger into rooms that are completely safe. You're bracing for a storm that already passed 20 years ago. Let me show you what this actually looks like now, as a grown adult. It's the text that says, we need to talk. and your whole body goes cold before you've even read the next word. It's replaying a conversation at 2 a.m., convinced you said something wrong when the other person forgot about it the moment they walked away. It's apologizing when someone bumps into you. It's saying, "I'm fine," so automatically that you don't even know anymore if it's true. It's being the friend everyone leans on, the one who always knows what to say, while quietly wondering who you're allowed to lean on. It's feeling responsible for the mood of every room you enter, like it's still your job to keep everyone okay. And maybe the hardest one, it's struggling to relax when things are actually good, because peace never felt safe. Peace was just the quiet before something went wrong. So, even now, when life is calm, part of you is waiting, scanning, bracing. If you recognize yourself in even one of those, take a breath, because I need to tell you something you might have needed to hear for a very long time. Here's the twist most people never reach. You've spent years thinking you need to fix your overthinking, silence it, defeat it, like it's an enemy you've been losing to your whole life. But your overthinking isn't your enemy. It's a frightened part of you that never got told the danger is over. Think about that. Every time your mind spins, it's not betraying you. It's a younger version of you, the 7-year-old reading the room, still standing guard at a door that no longer needs guarding, still trying to keep you safe the only way it ever learned how. You don't heal that part by fighting it. You've been fighting it for years, and how has that gone? You heal it the way you would have healed that child, with patience, by finally noticing it, by gently telling it what nobody told you back then. You don't have to hold it all together anymore. You're allowed to put some of it down. It's safe now. I've got it from here. That's the moment everything starts to shift. Not when you silence the overthinking, but when you finally understand what it was always trying to protect. So, here's what I want you to walk away with. You were not too sensitive. You were not too much. You were a child who loved the people around you enough to carry weight you were never meant to carry, and you carried it so quietly that everyone mistook your exhaustion for strength. That easy child everyone praised wasn't easy. They were doing the hardest thing a child can do. And that same child grew into someone thoughtful, perceptive, deeply caring, someone who feels the world at a volume most people will never understand. Those aren't your flaws. They're the fingerprints of everything you survived. You spent your whole childhood making sure everyone else was okay. Maybe it's finally time someone did the same for you. And maybe, starting today, that someone gets to be you.